First up, if you've ever been home during the day, you have probably seen her iconic show, Inside Edition. Stories that literally stop you in your tracks. Its longtime host, Emmy-winning journalist Deborah Norville joins us today. Love Deborah. For more than 3 decades, she's been the face of Inside Edition, from the O.J. Simpson trial to the 9/11 terror attacks to 2 royal weddings. She has shepherded viewers through some of the wildest and most poignant stories of our time. Legend is a term that people use, but it is certainly fitting of Deborah. She holds the title as the longest-serving female anchor in America. Wow. So, just a few weeks ago, fans were stunned when she made the announcement on air. Take a look.
It has been an honor and a privilege to be here at Inside for all these years. A milestone like this is a time for reflection. And on reflection, I've decided that now is the time for me to move on from Inside Edition. They made me a lovely offer to stay, but there are things I'd like to do and places I want to do them that continuing here don't permit. So at the end of this season, I will be moving on. I've got some exciting things in the work, and I'll talk about that later. But what I want to say right now is what a privilege it has been to lead Inside Edition for all of these years, to work with the incredibly talented team here, and to be invited into your homes every day. It's an honor I don't take lightly.
So Deborah is closing that chapter, but guess what? She's here with us today, Deborah Norville! Thank you so much.
Oh, you got a good one.
Oh, listen, there are no bad ones. They're all gorgeous.
I was out with my son that night in that red dress.
Look at you. We got to talk about
went
that.
Went to the ballet with my little boy.
Okay, so you say you were out at the ballet in the picture on red with your little boy.
The red one, yeah.
The red. Your little boy is now...
That one is now 30 years old.
30 years old.
Oh, that's the one with the D. He played football at Duke, and that's his brother Nick, my eldest, who also went to Duke. Oh and my daughter also went to Duke. So we keep it simple.
And your daughter?
I was not smart enough to get into Duke.
It's wild because part of the reason you took the job at Inside Edition is that you said in an interview that I read you wanted to be able to spend more time with your children. Your daughter, Michaela, is now 27 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all grown up.
They're all grown up.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and that's my little girl. Yeah, that's
And you took this job to have more time. How did your life change?
So I'll tell you, I was at CBS News,
yes.
And I think you might have been at NBC at the time. I don't really remember. So it was 30 years ago. And I had a great job, and they offered me weekend anchor.
Yeah.
And you know, if I'd taken that job, who knows what trail I would have gone on. But I didn't think I could ask my husband to fill in as both mom and dad, which he'd had the burden of doing. I had one child, I had Nick. I was expecting Kyle, and I thought, I can't do this, be on the road and have 2 kids. And so I decided, you don't change the rules when the ball's in play. But when you get to the end of an inning, or in our cases, the end of a contract, that's when you rethink, you go, what am I gonna do? Okay, I can't continue at CBS and do right by CBS and do right by my family.
Right.
And Inside Edition was looking to make a change. They had Bill O'Reilly for a while. It was, they wanted to sort of refocus the show, make it a little less tabloid, and I was available.
And you were available.
Yeah, it worked out great, but I never thought I'd be there for 30 years.
You never thought you'd be there. How long did you think you were going to be there?
Like, how long is the contract? If I'm lucky, I'll make it to the end of that, right? I mean, it's like being in the Army. You know the deal.
Oh, yeah.
We sign a contract. Is anybody here in the military? Has been in the military? Okay, I've got a couple of hands up. Yeah, so you sign up for your hitch, right? You know you're gonna be there for 4 years or whatever it is. At the end of the 4 years, you have the opportunity to re-up or say, sayonara. And that's the way it is in TV.
Yeah, TV, you usually get 3, if you're lucky, a 4-year contract. But I remember many years ago, a phenomenal anchor in Chicago told me, in this business, they'll either quit you or you'll quit them.
Okay.
Which I thought was sage advice. In this case, you are leaving on phenomenal terms, but it is on your terms that you are leaving Inside Edition. What excited you about a new chapter? Because you could have stayed, but you decided you wanted to do something else.
Yeah, 30 years isn't a very long time. It's a generation and a half, if you think about it. We define a generation by about 20 years. There wasn't anything more for me to do other than to continue to lead Inside Edition. And when you're making a decision to leave anything, you want to do it at a time when what you're leaving behind is as solid and as strong as and in good shape as it can be. So Inside Edition is the #1 show in its category.
I love it.
Thank you. Because of y'all.
Well, listen,
There are times we're actually the #1 show on the affiliates that we air on, sign on to sign off.
look at you still in the hunt for ratings. I love that.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, no, I love that. Because
Trust me, I'll be
sometimes-
watching when I leave,
No,
too.
because people, sometimes you want to pretend that you're not watching the ratings, but you are, because the only way you stay on is when you're keeping up with the
If
ratings.
you're not keeping up with the ratings, then you don't care about what you're
Yeah.
doing. Not only do I care about what I'm doing,
Yeah.
I care about the people I do it with.
I love
and I
that.
care about the people I do it for. And thank you for using that clip
Yeah.
where I got to salute the team that I work with.
Yeah.
I may be the front person on it, but there is an entire team of people who make the stories and shoot the stories and edit the stories. You know the drill. You've done this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're looking at when you started on
Yeah.
the show, Bill Clinton was president, O.J. Simpson was on trial, Forrest Gump was the box office hit.
Yep. I am really old.
We actually, no, you're not. We have a photo of you behind the anchor desk for the first time, and you said it feels like yesterday.
Oh, look at those chubby little cheeks.
You said it feels like yesterday.
It feels like yesterday. I don't know where 30 years went.
Yeah.
But I've had so much fun. I've been going through, I've saved clips over the years, and I've been reposting some of them on my Instagram. I have had such a ball at Inside Edition. Okay, so this is my First Lady clip. So that's me getting to talk to Michelle Obama. I got to be a school teacher for a day. I gave those kids a pop quiz.
Right.
I was a train conductor. I'm a horrible peanut salesman. I was a flight attendant. We got FAA permission for me to be a flight
They
attendant.
got permission. You also did a pop song.
Yeah. No, but I'll tell you what, Tamron, it was not about me. We had heard naked vocals of like Whitney Houston
Yeah.
and Madonna, and they're amazing singers, but the magic is the person in the engineering booth. So we wanted to do a story that showed that. And somebody in the office said, well, if we can make Deborah sound like a pop star, we'll really show how good those people are. So I said, okay, fine, I'm game. I'll sing blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I had a song in mind. Well, guess what? We were not going to pay for the right for me to use that song.
Oh.
So those people made me write the song.
So you wrote an original song?
I wrote an original song, and I love the lyrics. The song is called Keep On Moving.
Yeah.
And the lyric is, I'm going to keep on moving, going to keep on pushing. Nobody's going to stop me now.
Yeah.
And it's really an anthem.
Well, we actually have a clip of you singing
No.
it. Yes, we do. Let's play it.
Coming up with the words wasn't easy, but finally it clicked.
Okay, that's
And
good.
then this should be the same thing again, or
It's repeated.
it's repeated again? Okay.
You want the lights down a little bit in there so you...
I'm standing in the same booth where Mariah Carey has recorded. Let's hope her guardian angel's still here.
I'm gonna keep on moving, gonna keep on pushing. Nobody's gonna keep me down. I'm gonna keep on reaching.
Oh, it sounds so nasal. Does it sound? It does.
Who, your voice?
Yeah.
Don't stress that part. Trust me.
So, is it true? Oh,
Wait, you got to show them this part. We actually did a music video.
Right.
And it was so much fun.
were you tempted to leave this news life and go into pop star life?
Like the man said, we'll fix it in post. He said, oh, your voice, don't worry about that. I like to eat, and I
But
knew
you're
I would
you're avoiding answering. Were you tempted?
Not a bit.
Not a bit?
Not a bit. No, but I had so much fun. I'll tell you a very funny story. And so we shot the music video, and I had all that extra hair. Orbay did my hair. I mean, like, amazing. So we didn't have time to take the hair out, so I went home with all the extra hair.
Right.
And my husband said, honey, we're going out. So we went out with all the hair. We walked down the street, and that's my hubby, Carl.
You guys have been together 37 years.
Yep. 37 years. And we passed a couple that we know on the street, and she's a very good Catholic girl, and she just looked down at the sidewalk, did not make eye contact with me. He said hello to Carl, and I said, we got to call because she thinks that you're with somebody else. Because I did not look like me. I had all this hair, and I had like a lot of lashes, and yeah.
Okay,
It
we're
was
getting
fun.
the inside scoop from the host of Inside Edition, Deborah Norville. We'll be right back.